it can be very exciting and bring some more life into the airport.
Yeah, it looks nice. So take some time, walk down the hall and look at that if you get a chance.
Right. Are there any other comments, questions from the council? Okay, then we'll move to staff comments. We'll start with Ani. Looks like I know you're here.
I'm filling in again, but I'm Anjali with the Cedar City Employee Advisory Committee, and I'm here to present the award for April Employee of the Month, and it just so happens to be Travis Douglas from the fire department. So Travis was nominated by the fire engineer, Russell Bronson, who wrote, "It is always a pleasure working with Captain Douglas. His knowledge, skill, and professional attitude make coming to work fun while still being productive. In addition to his normal work routine, Travis periodically takes a battalion chief shift where he is first on scene and takes command of various incidents, ranging from raging house fires to complex motor vehicle accidents that require systematic and methodical removal of patients through extrication. These conditions take a special type of person that can keep a cool head under tremendous amount of stress. Travis, by far, is one of the best in the business in this type of environment. Travis's work ethic, mechanical abilities, and background, along with his fire fleet management and record-keeping skills, are also an invaluable asset to Cedar City and to the Cedar City Fire Department. Travis definitely makes our community a safer place. Congratulations."
Thanks, Travis. All right. Are there any other staff? Yes.
It is.
Mayor and Council, Brian Dangerfield, Director of Leisure Services and Events. I thought I'd give a quick update on events that are going to be happening next fall.
Look what he's wearing, folks. He's got his Golden Knights gear on.
Gee, who are they?
For the first time in history of mankind, less than 3 hours away, an NHL Stanley Cup playoff game will be held down in Las Vegas. We just had the tour of Utah folks here in town this afternoon doing their site visit and preparing for the fall. But I just thought I'd give a quick update so people in the community know and are aware there. And we'll try and educate the community on whenever we have cycling events that take up the road, there's going to be road closures for certain periods of time. And we'll do our best to get the word out to the community. That's going to be on August 7th. Will be the stage 1 start and finish. And it'll be about a 10:30 in the morning start and finish about 2:45, fairly precise. They have Fox Sports has a window that we have to kind of stay within. And then the Saturday before, they'd like to do a team presentation again. The tour of Utah absolutely loves Cedar City, and it's fun to see. A few weeks later, we'll have our Fire Road race, our mountain biking race on August 18th. Then on September 8th, our half marathon, where we'll close the canyon down. And then September 14th through the 16th, our Oat Route, which is the largest amateur cycling event in the world. They're going to be starting off their entire campaign in San Francisco next week. And they'll be going to Norway and Pyrenees and Mount Ventoux and all through Europe and come back to the United States and go into Asheville, North Carolina. And we'll be one of the last stops on their tour of the world. And then an exciting news, October 20th, we're going to have an ultra run. It's going to be the Cedar City Thunderbird 50K race. Anybody that wants to run that far up in our foothills, it's a start of something really big with our mountain biking trails that we have here. They're great for trail running. And so we're excited to be a part of that event. That'll be October 20th. So that's just an update on the events we have coming up.
You have a spectator section for the 50K for those that won't run?
Yeah, that's right.
Anywhere along the
Helicopter.
Yeah, anywhere along the trail.
As far up the trail as you can make it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Brian,
my report. Thanks.
Before you go, did you go over to Willowa and look at that building with Alan?
I wasn't able to make that trip.
I was out of town, but they went over, looked at the building that Dixie's Levitt's going to donate to the ice rink folks, and They really liked it. It's a really nice building. They've got a company that's willing to make them a really good deal to take it down and put it back up if we make a deal to put it up there where we've talked. I spoke with Ron Larson this week, and he's willing to donate his time and efforts to do all of the engineering, the site work, the plot plan, engineering, the building placement, all of it for free. So moving along, finding people that are willing to help. So it's awesome.
Great. So last thing I'll say is go Knights go.
You get the Knights up here to play hockey in that.
However, they're playing my Los Angeles Kings.
All right, are there any other staff comments? No? Okay, then we will move on with our business agenda and our public comment portion. If there's anyone that would like to address the council about an item not on the agenda? Yes.
Carter Wilkie, iPro Realty Network. I am just here to inform the council and the mayor and the other members of the city. Most of you actually don't know this, but Cedar City now has a semi-professional football team. I'm actually their title sponsor. That's why I'm here representing the team tonight. The Cedar City Bears, Mario Molina with Deluxe Mobile Detailing is the owner of the team. And they will be playing against teams like St. George, Salt Lake, Las Vegas. They play games at Cedar High School. Their first opening game is this Saturday, the 14th. They've already pre-sold 800 to 900 tickets. They usually get 3,000 to 4,000 people in attendance in St. George to all the games. So it does potentially have the opportunity to lead to be something big. So I did bring the mayor her own Cedar City Bears t-shirt.
Love it.
Nice.
There you go.
She didn't even know we had a team. So, you know.
Thank you.
Carter, that's a very well kept secret.
Yeah.
I'm not the owner of the team. I'm just the sponsor of the team. So don't
Wow.
look at me.
Shoot the messenger.
Oh, that's great.
Tickets are $5. I think children 12 and under are free. So, I mean, come out and support. It's a bunch of local players. I'm going to mess up his name. Oscar Fakahua. He is the head coach of the team.
You did good.
Yep, he's the head coach of the team. So come out and support.
What is the season run? When to when?
So it started last week or 2 weeks ago, actually, and it goes until, I want to say, playoffs are first part of June. I think we have a total of 5 home games. May 19th is going to be the biggest one. They have a car show that day also involved. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. So it's most people don't know, but
Is there a website or anything for it? Or
Cedar City Bears, I believe.com. There's a Facebook page. You can just type in Cedar City Bears into Facebook, and that has all the details. So, okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Carter.
All right, are there any other public comments?
Good evening, Tom Jett. Just one, couple weeks ago, I made a comment to the leadership in our city that staff sometimes doesn't get enough recognition for being innovative, like with the police department, sheriff department, police department and the fire department work together. Well, last week, I would have made this comment last week, but Jeff and the mayor weren't available. We voted to purchase a new garbage truck for the city, and I want to recognize the innovation that the road department leadership worked in cooperation with other local agencies, the Iron County and Enoch, to purchase a similar or same type of truck in an effort to save money through economies of scale and so forth. And that, again, that type of leadership is the future of this community. That is positive, and it should be recognized that that's forward thinking. And so I'd like to just recognize that type of behavior. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. My name is Melissa Galbraith. I'm the editor of the Spectrum and Daily News. I know some of you think we don't exist. We know you exist. So I just wanted to introduce myself, let you know we have a new reporter starting on Monday. You will see a lot more Cedar City news in the newspaper. We love Cedar City. I don't get out of the office that much, to be honest. I'm really familiar with our parking lot at the office building. I'm fond of your IFA and taco time here in your fine city. I hope to learn more as I have the
There's a
opportunity.
lot more. Trust me.
I had a feeling that was not the highlight. But I hope you feel like you can reach out via email or call me if you have questions, concerns, interesting things that are worth covering about the city.
Did you take Steve Kiggins' place?
Yes.
Okay.
I replaced him.
Where did you come from, Melissa? Prior to
I was
St.
working
George.
for the Arizona Republic.
Uh-huh. Oh, we kind of swapped, didn't we?
Yes, Bree Burkett went
Brie's
there,
down
and
there, yeah.
you got me.
Very good.
It's a good trade. No, just kidding. But I'm happy to be here. So, thank you.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carter Wilkie again. I looked it up. ccbearfootball.com. And that has the schedule and everything else you need to know. So ccbearfootball.com.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Come up to the microphone. You just have to state your name.
I'm Brant Wadsworth. I'm the executive director at Canyon Creek Women's Crisis Center. Wanted to stand up and offer a public thank you for Mayor Wilson's proclamation. Sexual Assault Awareness Month is in the month of April, and as many of you know, our organization is a community-based nonprofit here in Cedar City that provides services to victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. Our sexual assault services are fortunately and unfortunately growing rapidly. And we want people to be aware that we're here, and we also want to be a part of community dialogue and community efforts to start by believing and then taking additional steps to realize our vision of communities that are free of this kind of violence. And so we appreciate the city's recognition of this vital and important work with the proclamation, and just wanted to introduce myself and offer my gratitude.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone? Yes.
Would now be the time that I'd like to speak on behalf of the Cedar City Animal Shelter.
Sure, you can come up to the microphone.
My name is Lee Alfreds. I've only lived here a little over a year. I've been volunteering in every state I've lived in for the last 20 years. And I read an article that was
Could you speak into the microphone, ma'am, because
I'm
this is
sorry.
being recorded.
Oh, okay. I read an article in last Iron Springs paper about someone who said that Cedar City was trying to build an animal shelter that was more like a puppy palace. And I just found that so appalling, because if anyone has been to our shelter, excuse me, they'll know how barbaric it is. And it's very difficult to try to take care of these animals.
Mhm.
So I was just hoping that someone would speak to that person, because it's very evident he has not been to our shelter to volunteer or to work with the staff. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. I nominate you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there anyone else that would like to address the council? And if not, we will move on to our public agenda with our consent agenda first. Item number 1, approval of minutes dated February 21st and March 28th, 2018. Approved bills dated April 6th, 2018. Reapprove the vicinity plan for South Mountain Estates Phase 1. Approve the disposal of a 16-foot cargo trail to Iron County Emergency Management. Approve UDOT funding assistant agreement for $75,000 for the 1400 West Storm Drain included in the current 2018 storm drain project.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move to our action agenda with item number 6, a second public hearing to discuss the project determined to be applied for in the CDBG Small Cities program in program year 2018-19.
So, Jan, is it going to be you or?
It should be Jan.
Do you want me to do any of the you can give your rundown and then I can open the public hearing, or we can do it all.
You need to make one correction. Nate said it's only for 2018. I didn't get 2 years of money.
Oh,
So
even having it on our
I
agenda
said, but
won't
it
get you
goes
2
through
years.
the 2-year period. And he goes, no, it's just 1 year. So 2018.
Okay.
Just X out the 2019. Dave Hennessy is our executive director, so he can do any Q&A or however you want.
Okay. Perfect. Let me read a little bit of this that has to be in the minutes for everyone,
Okay.
for your benefit. So this is our second public hearing. This is, of course, so that citizens can provide input. The city has amended our capital investment plan and decided to apply for funds on behalf of TURN, Cedar City Apartments for low-income persons with disabilities at 315 South 200 East. The application was successful in the regional ratings and ranking process and was awarded $180,000 for these TURN Cedar City Apartments. And now we will open the public hearing, and you can add anything you would like and answer questions as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayor and council members. I'm Dave Hennessy. I'm the Executive Director for TURN Community Services, and we appreciate your support and the award that comes through the CDBG program. TURN provides services for people with disabilities throughout the state and have provided services here in Cedar City for 30 plus years, and the CDBG funds will help us construct some accessible housing for our folks who are very low income and also mostly very fixed income. It'll allow us to take a current property that's old and inaccessible and build a home that will allow us to serve 7 people on that property, and also serve people who may need chair accessibility.
Are there any questions?
Mr. Hennessy, I'm just a little confused. I need clarity on this. Is this a complete, are you remodeling the existing building? Are you taking it down and rebuilding new building?
We will take it down. There's currently a 3-bedroom home on the property, 2 bedrooms on the ground floor with a very steep stairway going down to a basement. So there have been 3 people living there, and we're able to put in a triplex and a duplex that will serve 7 people.
And is this $180,000 the portion of the funding? Is that the complete funding?
Oh, no, it's a portion of the funding.
Say, if you can do it for that, then you need to come and speak to us about our animal shelter.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Where this is a public hearing, is there anyone else that would like to speak to this item? No. Okay, then unless there's anything else you'd like to add, we will close the public hearing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, item number 7, consider an ordinance amending the zone from mixed use to student housing district for property located at 119 North 800 West.
My name is Bob Platt. This was discussed last week at City Council meeting. I don't have anything more to add. The zone change request is from mixed use to student housing district. It's in with conformance with the updated general plan.
Are there any comments or questions from the?
Well, my comments say the same as last week too. I still have concerns about this. The fact that it was originally submitted as mixed use in the current zone and then went through all the planning stages and all the approval processes, and now we're coming back to make an amendment on that, and I just struggle with that. That's all.
staff have any comments or concerns or questions?
for me?
No? Okay. Can we,
Move to approve.
Second.
all right, we'll start with Councilwoman Hartley.
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Before I cast my vote, I wanted to go back and maybe address your comments, Councilman Phillips. But I think it was about 8 months ago, I have a family member that owns some property in this zone. And I went to Tyler Romerl, our city attorney, and I explained to him my situation, which I've done many times over the years to try to be totally above board. And I explained to him my situation, and he had one question for me: do you have ownership in this project? And I said, absolutely not. And he said, according to state law, to be above board, you need to disclose in every meeting, but you can vote. You just need to disclose. And so I've done that in every single meeting, every time we've talked about this, and I vote aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. We'll go to item number 8, consider approval for a 2019 Peterbilt garbage truck, the Embry body from Signature Equipment in the amount of $260,029.
So we gave you the list of the bid prices last week. Asked Jeff to come this week so he could speak to anything in regards to the actual truck, which I'm incompetent to speak on. And Jeff is totally an expert and can speak about trucks for a long time if you guys let him.
Jeff looks as enthusiastic as his shirt.
Thank you, Jeff Hunter, Cedar City Street Department. I'd like to say thanks to good buddy here that didn't expect that, and I appreciate what he had to say.
Yeah, he had us approving it before it's been approved.
Yeah, that's
good.
Can I go? So
Tell them why you like this truck over the ones we got now.
that's what you're wanting to know. Well, just a little history. So it's not all factual that we haven't been working together with the Iron County and Enoch City. We have the last few years we've been working together because we do have similar trucks at this present time, and we're constantly trading with one another because ours broke down and they have an extra one so we can make it through the day. And so we've been doing this horse trading for some time now because we all have the Wayne trucks. In the side load trucks, there's a lot of moving parts, and the older ones that we have are all air systems, so we have a lot of trouble in the winter with air and freezing. And this last truck we purchased was a Wayne truck, and it's been a better truck because it's electric over hydraulic, so we're not having the issues with the freezing issues, but we're still having other problems. So we got together, Iron County and myself and Enoch, and kind of had a little round table and discussed our problems and what should we do. And we kind of all knew we were going forward this year to buy new vehicles. And so we started to call and got a couple of them to actually come and demo. We've never been able to do that before. Generally, it's hard to get. These are kind of a specialized truck, so they don't just kind of carry them in their yard and have demos. So we got two of them to come down, and they give us their spill. And we heard a lot. We knew a lot about the Labrie. I mean, it's been around for a long time. But New Way is a kind of a knockoff of them. And I don't, in a way, I think, I'm not sure, but I think maybe one of their engineers left Labrie and started with this company. And anyway, so they started building trucks, and they haven't got any out there yet. And so that was kind of our fear a little bit that, they're kind of new, but they're talking a big story, and we've got it. And part of the other problem is in all these guys are back east or whatever. So when we need parts, we're having to get parts from back east. And but unfortunately, most of them come from there or Canada or around. Actually, Labrie is a Canadian. Quebec is where the body is built. So we looked at the Peterbilt. We have a Peterbilt truck. The chassis is separate from the body. So you can kind of mix and match. And so right now, the two kind of the trucks that everybody's using are the auto car and the Peterbilt. And we have a Peterbilt, and the auto car is like $20,000 more, and we just couldn't see, if anything, we were looking for a little roomier because our guys are quite small, and so we wanted to get a smaller. Just kidding, but sorry. So we were looking for the bigger, a little bit more room in the cabin, and so anyway, we've gone with the. Will that get me in trouble? I don't know if that's
A little bit, but not too much. Keep
not too much. Keep going.
Finish up, man. Big
Keep
finish.
digging.
Big finish.
Sorry,
Going,
I'm just. So anyway, we felt the Peterbilt is very adequate for what we need. So we sit down together and we started first Corey and Bruce. Corey from our fleet manager and Bruce from Iron County went up north to see if they really truly had a parts inventory, and like they said they had, and so we found that Labrie, the people who are selling Labrie and what is it, Signature Trucking, that are carrying that, they do now have a Utah-based mechanic on board. They're carrying inventory, and that's the best we've seen in a long time from these different manufacturers. And we kind of all, decided that that's the way we wanted to go. So we made some calls to Logan City, who runs, because they do the county and the city and everything. They run about 35 trucks. They're not all side loads. And we got talked to a few people there, and, they all, said the same thing that we were feeling. And they said if we were buying one today, we would go with the Peterbilt with the Labrie body. And so then we called Ace Disposal, which they run, like they're a private company. They run every kind of different garbage truck, and they have about 170 trucks. And so we asked the owner, the owner, he turned our call, and he said the same. We asked him, he said, if you was buying one today, what would you buy? And that's what he said he'd buy. So that's kind of how we were all feeling. Enoch City and Iron County have already went ahead and ordered theirs. Theirs are ordered, and so I'm asking the council for approval to go in that direction.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Can we get a motion?
Motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.